Okay, let's start this shit. All right. Let's get it on.
Miramax Films is proud to present one of the most celebrated motion pictures of the year. The winner of the 1994 Palme d'Or, the best picture of the Cannes Film Festival.
Come on, let's get it. Why are you so interested in Big Man's wife? Well, he's going into town, Florida, and he asked me if I'd take care of her while he's gone. Take care? No, man. Just show her a good time, make sure she don't get lonely. Girl, you see, this is a moral test of oneself.
I do believe Marcellus, my husband, your boss, told you to take me out and do whatever I wanted.
Whether or not you can make it.
Night of the fight, you may feel a slight sting. Pride only hurts. It never hurts. In the fifth, your ass goes down.
I have to say, play with matches, you get burned.
We should have shotguns for this kind of deal.
We're in a lot of danger, aren't we?
I'm prepared to scour the earth for that mission.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I was crushed. I was eating ice.
You got a corpse in a car, minus a head in the garage. Take me to it.
Don't you hate that?
Hey, what?
Uncomfortable silences.
Starring Mary Barone. 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 And Mary Barone. In a new film from Adonis Hall. Sulk Fiction. Yes. The raptor is standing right behind me. Don't worry, folks, that's a display. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the 3 viewers who just tuned in. Welcome to another spectacular and pretty much the last Merry Sunday Best or actually last routine weekly Merry Sunday Best. I'm going to put this is going to be the last one for a while because Mary's becoming more emotionally exhausting, and I'm only going to reserve her for the Zilla show. So keep a lookout for that shit because it's only when she goes completely off the rails. It's probably going to end up being like a spectacular event. it's only gonna it's gonna go on hiatus for at least a while, only to be like a special. If I have like someone like a reality check to come on next time to help me with some of the recent married drama. So welcome everyone. Welcome to Merry Sunday Best. I'm your host Rickzilla, and this is gonna be really, really something because as of recently, Mary, aka Adrasia, has been making the rounds lately. She is, let's just say she's willing to sacrifice herself to the blood gods. And by blood gods, I mean Adonis Paul and Virgie G. Virgie G, who is regarded like me. Yeah, I gotta give a shout out to Virgie for pushing this crazy bitch over the edge. And hopefully I'll see him soon, because I still should be modded to his channel. Since we'll see what happens. Anyway, so Mary is still under the belief that we just got Kenneth McBride. Well, the fuck people got Kenneth McBride released. She doesn't really. This is. Come on, guys. This is nothing new. She does this all the time. This is another one of her biggest pity grifts. But we're not going to be taking a look at that for a while, for now, because we're going to be looking at some of the recent drama. And what better place we can start is, well, not Mary's YouTube page, but the Tardonomicon. That's probably one of the best places where I can go. The Tardonomicon. Not that place. So, Mary's lost her fucking mind. Again. Hold on. Hey, don't worry. Excuse me. So now Adonis Paul wants her to bleed. Good. She deserves. I'm just kidding. No, I don't want her to bleed. I really don't want her to bleed. I want her to get the help she needs to stop this pity party bullshit. Virgie G, who was retarded like me.
I'm hurting myself. Make it stop.
No.
You're coming into my video. Oh, you hurt yourself. Oh, you hurt yourself. Oh, you hurt yourself. We're so happy. Is that what you need? Is that what you want, to leave me alone and allow me to live a life? You want to see somebody hurt? You want to see somebody bleed? If I bleed for you, Adonis Paul, will you allow me to live for a day?
No.
If I bleed for you, will you allow me a little bit of peace? If I bleed for Adonis Paul, will he stop
harassing me?
Hurting me?
Adonis Paul? No. Adonis Paul's still gonna review your videos because that's what he does. He's a reaction channel. And reaction channels review videos of people that they find hilarious. You, on the other hand, are emotionally draining, but only once in a blue moon you will be hilarious. And, Mary, this is going to be fun.
If I bleed for any of you, will you allow me to have even an hour of serenity in my life? Is that what you want?
No. Yes. No. Yeah.
Your demands known so I can meet them and be free. I cannot meet demands that I am not given. If what you want is for me to bleed, I will give you that.
Yes, Chase the Train is right. Even if she amputates her arm, it's not going to change a damn thing. We're still going to be covering her, even if she amputates her arm or even amputates a leg. Excuse me. You see, Mary, the fuck people have spoken. We're never going to leave you alone.
As long as I will be left alone after, I will give you whatever you want. If I can have a day of peace afterwards, anything you want. You want me to bleed? I'll bleed.
Okay. Bleed for us, Mary. Not really. No, we don't want you to bleed. We want you to get the fuck off the internet. And this ain't the only one. This isn't her only message to Adonis Paul. Alright, so here are more of these videos where she's... Dude, I'm doing this in chronological order.
This is evidence. This is evidence. Okay, this is another person here, right here on my channel, who is aware of what happened. Right here, Melanie Hyder. Okay. She says the emails to your therapist came mainly from one individual. Okay, that means that somebody was emailing my therapist, right? This woman this.
Yeah, the person that was emailing your therapist was showing videos of you freaking out, Mary. Your therapist already made up her mind. She told you not to do this type of shit. And you pretty much went against her wishes.
This Melanie Hayler person says one person was emailing your therapist. Well, one person was emailing your therapist, right? There's proof of that. There's evidence of that. This other person, this is not me. This is somebody who is not me that is saying that one person was emailing your therapist. This is somebody who is not me saying this. Not me. 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 Okay, this is not me saying this. This is somebody named Melanie Hayder who knows. She knows.
I think someone broke her.
She fucking knows. She proved it right here.
I think someone broke Mary. Did we break Mary? Did we break Adrastia? She's going, not me. Oh my God, Mary. This has got to be the most pathetic thing you've ever done. And I've seen a lot from you over the course of almost 2 years come April. I haven't learned about Adrastia until April 2nd. April 2nd was when I watched Hatman's video on Adrastia, and oh my fucking God, how insane was this woman? I mean, I've seen videos of Shani, I've seen videos of Trisha, and they can be insane in the membrane, but every once in a while, you'll hear a Drazia go completely off the rails. But we have a new contender, and I'll be showing her again on Wednesday's Zilla show, which will probably be the only place where I'll be playing one recent Adrazia video. And a little bit of James Clark, and some James Clark too, because fuck that guy. Fuck James Clark. He's a piece of shit.
Right here in my comments, right here, all my comments, she proved it. She fucking said right there, one person was emailing your therapist. That means that somebody was emailing my therapist. That means that nobody was supposed to be emailing my therapist. It was my therapist. Nobody has the right to email another person's therapist, but you were.
Chase the train. Nobody has sex with Burnside. Burnside's role. Dude. Chase the train. Nobody had sex with Burnside. If anything, Burnside would probably masturbate to Tara Sin, his ex-girlfriend Tara Sin, when your boy Pat fucked her. Your bull Pat was boning her from the side. Burnside cannot have sex. His only job is to be a cuck. And that's all he's good for, is being a cuck, like Rev. Yes. For those of you who tuned in, I'm Rickzilla. I am your favorite anime boy. And I am here to entertain you with some insane narcissistic brat who obviously goes completely off the rails. By the way, Scuba Kid Cry Talker, aka Scooby331, has taken on a new apprentice in the form of Letitia Collins. I don't know if Burnside and Tara Sin are still together. I just thought they broke up. I just figured because it's probably been 2 years, and who knows? Maybe Tara got tired of Burnside and decided that he was too much of a cuck to even care for her. Oh my god. Yeah, because the one thing I know about Burnside is that he was Scooby's friend, and he's also a MAGA LARPer and a cuck. Burnside is basically Rev. He's basically Rev 2.0. Rev also is a MAGA LARPer who also LARPs as a fundamental Christian, but he doesn't have firearms. But he is a cuck, and his woman is basically Jabba the Hutt. You know what? Burnside and Rev should get along.
But you were! It's right there! The emails to your therapist came mainly from one individual. The therapist did not seem to be worried about the emails, and she wanted to discuss the situation with you. It doesn't... She never should have even seen...
Oh yeah, that's right! Yes, Platty. Burnside made a video... Yes, Burnside made a video where he was firing at Black Lives Matter... Well, actually, no. He was firing Roman candles at trash cans with Black Lives Matter painted on them. He taped a Roman candle to his toy AK-47. I mean, not AK, AR-15, a plastic AR-15. I mean, dude, why does anyone think it's a good idea to brandish a toy AR-15 in a city that's riddled with crime and gun violence? I will never know about that.
Emails from somebody other than me. She never should have been receiving emails from anybody but me. She never should have been discussing anything with me about what you are doing. Suggested you may consider going into a clinic for a few days. It was you yourself who then canceled your arrangement. No, that's a lie. This person who says they.
But I think Scooby is still hiding. He's waiting for the day when a true successor will come and finish what he started. Someone will bring the balance for him. And I think that person is Letitia. Letitia Crytalker. Letitia needs to go travel to Long Island to learn the ways of the Sped-Eye. For Letitia is all the Sped-Eye. Yes, I was watching Adonis Paul's stream earlier today where he was looking at one of the cows that was left to pasture. Letitia Collins, aka Love Letters for TLC. And oh my god, I'm gonna have fun with this one. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with her. Also, there's also the other guy that JJ introduced on. Was it? It was on Daywave, but before Daywave, it was on the Lulberry show. His name is Colt 45 Caliber. Oh, I'm gonna take a look at that guy too on Wednesday's show.
They admit to what happened and then they start lying. They say this happened and then they freaking create a lie to create it my fault. And it's not my fault. She said right here at the beginning she told the truth that somebody.
Episode 7 of the Zilla show is called The Farce Awakens, because there will be an awakening this Wednesday, and you will feel it in your little area, in your cockles. You will feel the awakening in your cockles.
He was emailing my therapist. Why? Why do you go so quickly from telling the truth to creating your own version of the truth to demonize me?
I don't know. You tell me, Mary. You tell me. Why do you create your version of the truth to demonize other people? Probably because you're a spoiled little bitch who refuses to take accountability for herself, and you expect everyone else to change your diapers and wipe your ass for you?
For things that you know I didn't do.
You know, when she's crying, it almost sounds like a hyena laughing.
Thank God, even people that tell the truth, they create their own fucking versions. They lie.
Oh, I'm gonna have my fun with Colton. But I think Colton is more seasoned to me. He's a seasoned cow that only a brave few would be strong enough to look at him. Because he spews the derogatory terms like the N-word. Only a brave few can handle him. Sorry, I was gonna burp. Excuse me.
Everybody just wants to lie about me and hurt me and have me killed.
Hurt!
It's never going to stop.
Hurt!
Do y'all even understand that he's never going to stop? That he's in my comments again after I've blocked him? He's like, your blocking won't help. Well, something has to help because I have tried so hard to be free of this abuse.
Oh my God. How long has she been running this story that Adonis Paul is abusing her? Adonis Paul, why are you abusing Mary? Because she needs to learn her place.
How many times have I blocked him just to have him show up in my comments again an hour later telling me to kill myself, trying to make me...
First of all, Adonis Paul never told you to kill yourself, Mary. If anything, Adonis Paul has been trying to tell you to get the fuck off YouTube. It's not a place for your mental health. You are going completely insane. More insane than you already are. And by the way, no one got Kenneth released. Kenneth is in there for a long ass time. He's gonna die in prison. I mean, he should have died a long time ago. He should have died a long time ago when he was supposed to get the death sentence, but the judge overruled the conviction.
People hate me. People were messaging my therapist.
I could say the same about Trisha Platty. Trisha needs to log off for like 2 weeks. Maybe we can get bored of her, or at least give her some time to come up with another pity grift. And yes, I apologize to Moonbear for what I said in her chat when she was talking to Becca. Yeah, I kind of fucked up with that one. I mean, I regret that. I regret it. And that was unintentional. I should have read the room. But it is what it is. Hopefully soon it'll be water under the bridge.
That is the truth. There were people online who never, ever, ever should have been allowed to speak to my therapist, who were in contact with my therapist. That is the truth, and I am not lying about. I did not cancel anything.
Okay, Mary. Well, I think the therapist, and she admitted that the therapist was an intern. So again, that's another big lie, that Letitia wasn't an actual therapist. She was an intern. And honestly, why would anyone allow an intern handle a mentally unstable woman like this? This is why you need actual therapy. And I know a lot of people, I mean, most people would say, wow, this person needs help. And Adonis Paul would be like, motherfucker, we just gave her some help. She ain't gonna be coming on trying to accuse people of stalking and murder. Wrong. Motherfucker, we can just... I know, Moonbear really means well. I mean, she's a sweet person who is very nice. And I betrayed her trust. It's a mistake I will have to live with for how long I subscribe to her. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, it is an inside joke, but it is an inside joke, but yeah, it was. And I'm glad you called me out on that, Platty. It was really fucked up of me to say. Michael Hatfield says Kenneth was given a plea agreement that if he pled guilty, they wouldn't seek death penalty. Platty says if she's that concerned, she should be at this parole hearings. Oh no. Oh no. Kenneth is never gonna get parole. He's gonna die in prison. Yeah. I agree, Michael. She needs to log off for a few weeks. Then if she has to return, only focus on taking a walk down Skid Row and video games. Yeah, I agree. I think we all.
When my therapist left, I didn't get a new therapist because I was afraid that the same person who was messaging the old one would begin messaging the new one. And I have every right to be afraid of that. I have every right to have a therapist. I have every right to not have strangers online contacting my therapist and telling her things that aren't true about me because you create your own life for me. God, I can't do this anymore. Every single day is just misery and abuse and torment and begging and pleading to be heard. And nobody is ever going to hear me, ever. Nobody's ever going to care. God, I just want to die. I just don't want to do this anymore.
Oh, okay. I thought.
They come up and they be honest and then they start lying because they can't be fully honest. You can't be honest. You can't just be honest that this is a fucked up thing to do to somebody. You have to constantly say it's my own fault. I'm living and therefore it's my fault that everything happens to me.
Hold on, let me play it again.
You have to constantly say it's my own fault. I'm living and therefore it's my fault that everything happens to me.
Well, you got that right, Mary. Everything is your fault. All this shit, Adonis, Paul, Daywave, Virgie, Hatman, and Kathy, all this is on you, Mary. You put yourself in this. You brought this all on yourself. All this unwanted attention that you've inflicted on yourself, it's you. Always been you. And the fact is that okay. Oh, hey, Booker K, what's up?
I'm not strong enough to hurt anybody back.
Well, we know that, Mary. We know you're not strong enough to hurt anyone back. Hey, Booker K, you're just in time. Right now, I'm looking at some of Adrazia's infamous meltdowns. Keep in mind, she does this whenever she is low on weed.
It's my fault that they won't leave me alone.
And I mean, we'll be looking more at Letitia. But here is the bleed. Here is when she's saying that she's willing to bleed for Adonis Paul. You're just in time, Booker K. This is Adrazia, the person I couldn't shut up in Moonbear's chat about.
If I bleed for you, will you stay blocked?
No. 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 AP is going to continue covering you. AP is going to continue reviewing your videos. And so will I. And so will Hatman. Royce Lopez, he doesn't give a fuck about you. He stopped talking about you after you sent people to his house. And Kathy, oh, definitely. And Kathy, she is gonna continue talking about how much of a horrible human being you are.
If I bleed for you, will you stay blocked?
Ah.
That's my question right now to Adonis Paul. It was on his 20th account that I have blocked and begged to stop. If I make a video bleeding for you, will you stop making new accounts to hurt me? If I give you what you want, will you allow me to just live?
This is what Adrazia does, Booker. This is what she does. She gets more extreme, amps up the death threat, amps up the suicide threats, and then she expects someone, possibly one of her Facebook Sims, to donate money to her PayPal. I'm pretty sure Moonbear showed you the Mayo documentaries, or at least a portion of part 3, where there's if not, then let me give you the abridged version of what I'm talking about. Last year, Adrazia walked around LA screaming, "Why won't I die? Why won't I die?" And this was when Daywave Radio was covering her. So she's threatened to kill herself by starving herself to death so that she would end cyberbullying. I mean, you can't make this shit up. You really can't make this shit up. So, she posted on Facebook that she's going to end her life, and then one of her Facebook friends tried to coax her into not ending her life, and then she's like, these people are trying to hurt me. These people are being mean to me. And then her Facebook friend sent money to her PayPal, and then she's like, I can go to Walmart. I'm like, oh my god. You can't make this shit up. She accepted money after spending 3 days trying to starve herself to death. But
Adonis Paul wants me dead. I have blocked him so many times, and all he does is mock me. I can't. People say just ignore people that you don't want to talk to, or people that want to hurt you. You can't ignore somebody who overrides blocks and bans. All you can do is bargain with them, and this is me bargaining.
Adonis Paul, I've come to bargain. Oh my god. This is why nobody likes her. This is why I don't have any pity for Adrastia. Because she does this all the time. And you wonder why nobody believes her.
I will bleed for you.
I will bleed for you. I will bleed for you. Oh my god. I will bleed. You bleed for me. Blood for blood. Blood for the blood gods. Now you understand why I have the title called Blood for the Blood God? It's an old joke during the internet blood sport days. Whenever someone rees like a frog, they all yell, "Blood for the blood god." Like, we're offering a sacrifice to the blood gods.
Today, if you will assure me that you will be gone afterwards.
This better be the real
Because
AP.
I can't do anything else. I can't block you. I can't report you.
Oh, fuck. Get the time stone, Mary. Blood for the blood god, AP. Blood for the blood god. We must offer a sacrifice. But will Mary be the sacrificial lamb?
Anything but make you happy so that you'll leave me alone.
And here comes the CNN tears.
A knife, because I don't have anything sharp here.
She's gonna steal a knife.
But I'll take care of it. I'll get what I need.
Name your price, AP. She will bleed for you as long as... Oh my god. Name your price.
To give you what you need so that I can have a day of not feeling this way.
We want your blood. We want all your blood, Mary. Blood for the blood god. Blood for the blood god. And also, fuck James Clark. Fuck him. Now we're gonna go with Virgie G is retarded like me.
I don't have the money.
So, Virgie says that Adrastia owes him $50, I think. I don't know. I just want to show how Mary intends to pay her blood debts. So Virgie and Adonis Paul demand more blood from Adrastia, according to her.
They're demanding. And I didn't hurt myself enough because he messaged me and told me that now I owe him $70. That he didn't originally send me. He didn't send me anything, but they're telling people that I owe it to them, that if I don't give it back to them, they're gonna hurt me, they're gonna send people after me, they're gonna...
Yes, Platty, you're right. Adrastia can't afford TP. So, blood it is. Oh my god. You chat are so... the chat is on fire tonight.
I have no money.
She has no money.
If I had been sent the money, I would have been able to send it back. I didn't get it to send back. I don't have it to send.
Virgie G
So
is retarded like me.
My debts through bruises and blood.
Yes. Heart, heart, heart. Heart, heart, heart. Heart, heart, heart. Heart, heart, heart. Bleed for us, Mary.
It's a debt that I don't even owe because they didn't send it, but they
bleed for the fuck people. Yes, Mary. Bleed for the fuck people. Bleed for us. Heart, heart, heart. Blood for the blood god, Mary. Blood for the blood god.
That I owe this debt. And so now I have to
Sangre pe sangre.
severely. I mean, severely. They want real pain. They want
Blood for blood, Mary. Blood for blood.
me to really suffer.
Blood for the blood gods, Mary.
I can't do it with my fist.
Oh, she's gonna get out the charger. Yes! For some reason, I find it entertaining when Mary fakes hitting herself.
Easily. But I think this will help.
She gets out of her charger? Are you fucking kidding me? Also, by the way, Mary, Letitia Crytalker is going to be my new subject. That's what we're going to call her, Adonis Paul. The new one that you showed tonight, Letitia Collins, aka Letitia Crytalker, the new apprentice of Scoobakin Crytalker, the last Sped-Eye. Fake.
I can't do it with only one hand.
Hurt.
I'm trying. I'm just trying
Hurt.
to pay off my debt so that I can.
She has to pay off her blood debts so that she can serve a life sentence. Mary Barone, age 37, has turned herself in after the incident. She is now serving a life sentence. Oh, I would like that to happen. I would definitely like that to be an ending. You know, like the ending to Blood Debts?
Be free. Since I don't have the money to pay, I have to pay in blood or pain. It's the only option they've given me. And they want pain. Adonis Paul.
Letitia! You hear that, James? You hear that, James Clark? Letitia is now going to be the cow of the year. And James is going to end up giving... James, you better open up that booty hole because Big Lenny is going to give you a proper chili rainbow. Why did I think of Big Lenny? I mean, Big Lenny ain't doing time. Big Tyrone.
Adversity will not stop until they believe that I have suffered enough.
Hurt! 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 For some reason, I find this entertaining. I don't know why this is funny, but I like it. Because it's so fucking practical.
When is it ever enough?
It's never going to be enough, Mary. You're going to hurt for the rest of your life until the day you cease to exist. You see how she turned her head? She was pretty much clapping her knee when she whacked herself over the head, or she supposedly whacked herself over the head with the phone charger. Oh, it's a battery. It's a phone battery.
When will I ever pay enough for this to end?
When you are dead, Mary. When you have no longer existed on this plane of existence. And now let's see James's call-out post. So, Adonis Paul's wife called the police when James said that he was going to do some naughty things to his daughter. And, James, fuck you.
Yeah, Adonis Paul claims that his ex-wife called the police on me for allegedly threatening to gain carnal knowledge of his 13-year-old daughter. Let's get a couple things straight here. Number one.
Let's get a couple of things straight here, James. I see you're wearing an orange. I see you're wearing orange. I bet you're getting ready to serve your prison sentence when they convict you of being a kitty diddler. Open up that booty hole, James. You're gonna get a proper Portuguese breakfast.
I don't even know if the dude really has a daughter. Number two, what I stated was two things. I jokingly said, when she's 16, I'd like to meet her.
Meet. Translation. When AP's daughter is old enough to bleed, she's old enough to breed, according to James Clark. James, even Adonis Paul's daughter would not want to go anywhere near you. I mean, she is trained by her father to deal with threats like you. I mean, come on. AP lives in Texas. Everyone owns a gun in Texas.
Number two was I made a joke about whether she was ugly or not. Okay? Number three, what I want people to understand is I don't even know if this person exists. Okay? Now, Adonis Paul has threatened to rape me. That's on video. He is continually harassing me. Him and his followers have threatened me. People have threatened
yes! Exactly, AP! Texans, take care of the people who are, well, like you. People like you, people like Lucas Werner. If you guys ever came to Texas, we all know who to go FPS cop on.
Sexually violate me. People have threatened to do physical harm to me. They've sent people over my apartment to harm me. Okay? And what? I'm supposed to ignore this? The police are no good. So yeah, I hope this does go to court, Adonis, so that this goes before a judge and that you can find out what happens to you when you screw with me.
Ooh, I bet Adonis Paul is shaking in his cartoon boots. James, you're not tough. You're not a super karate master. You don't have ties with the Senate. You are a loser. You are a nobody. You have no friends. You have no family. Your parents are dead. You have a criminal record. Your brother's in prison. And pretty soon, if you continued this crusade, you might end up in the same cell as he is. You might share a prison cell with him one day, if you're lucky. And also, what does Adonis Paul have to prove? He's already called you out for stalking underage girls on Instagram. He's already called you out for liking 16-year-old gymnasts.
Because there's one thing I understand, it's the legal system. And the other thing is, you want to keep fabricating shit about me, things are going to happen to you, buddy. Okay?
It's not fabrication. Adonis Paul showed in the first half of the James Clark documentary series that there is a criminal record with your name on it.
Okay, legal things. You can't just lie about somebody like you do. Legal things will happen to you. As far as your kid's concerned, if you have a kid, mind you, I don't even know if you exist. You're a cartoon character on the internet.
Oh shit! Adonis Paul, he's caught on. Adonis Adonis Paul is not a real person. Yeah, he's voiced by a man. The Adonis Paul avatar. The Adonis Paul avatar is cartoon, but he's voiced by an actual man.
So yes, I cannot wait to meet with the police. Can't wait. So I can discuss with them what's going on. Got it?
Oh my god. The fact that you're wearing orange makes me think that, yep, I could see that he's smiling in this still frame, this screenshot. He knows what goes on in prison, and he cannot wait to get there. Pretty soon, Big Tyrone will split his butt cheeks wide open and show him a Turkish snow cone.
Good.
Maybe he'll make him humble. Anyway, Mary still thinks that. All right, so we're going to be looking more into the whole Mary thing.
Consumed with grief over her daughter. She's so consumed with grief over her daughter that she traveled to Florida and left a bottle of synthetic urine at my disabled brother's grave.
It was apple juice.
Please explain how abusing your family members in that way is.
Also, we also have to sacrifice James Clark to the blood gods, AP. And his blood must be sacrificed. He can't give his TP. He can't afford TP. Neither can Adrastia.
It's ever okay just because you're grieving. My mom died last month. Am I allowed to be grieving? Kathy's daughter died.
You want to cooperate with me?
But, she's allowed to be grieving so much that it's okay for her to go off and abuse the rest of her family members and say, well, I'm grieving.
Okay, Mary, I'm just going to say this. You never knew your brother. You don't even know. You were jealous of the attention that Ronnie was given. So the fact that you think that you are defending him, even though he's been dead for about as long as you've been living on the streets, goes to show that this type of virtue signaling is basically you trying to absolve yourself of guilt of abandoning him, guilt of abandoning your family just to marry a pedophile and drive him to his 16-year-old girlfriend's house. And then when that relationship fell, you decided to live with your Meemaw until you decided to shack up with a convicted child molester with a fiance who also has the same disability as your brother. And then when you decided that you didn't want to have her around, you told him to quote unquote get rid of her, and he did so by strangling her to death. And I'm pretty sure he probably was doing some nasty things to the corpse. But I really don't want to get into that because that's a sick, disgusting thing to say. Who knows? Maybe you were masturbating to when they were having sex. And then he's like, the job is done. So Kenneth gave you a potato garden instead for your birthday gift. And then all you had to do was just plant her in the ground.
I can go and abuse and desecrate my handicapped nephew's grave.
And by the way, Mary, Bubba was a potato too. And yet you would rather defend your brother, even though you barely even knew him, than admit that you had a role in Roberta's death? Yep, that's you.
Because I'm grieving. I can hurt people because I'm grieving. It's not okay. Being in grief is not an excuse to abuse other people. Other people have grief too.
Mary! All Aunt Kathy did was pour apple juice on your brother's grave. You took... So it's not okay to put apple juice on your brother's grave? I mean, come on. Do you really think that you deserve to be considered a perpetual victim because we said some shit that you didn't like? I mean, come on. I've got other people who pretty much are doing the same thing right now. The same thing as you're doing. We got a fat slob and a cuck in Pennsylvania who is simping for a mentally disabled woman who was on Dr. Phil for being a complete bitch. Okay, maybe she's not mentally mentally unstable. Who just got kicked out of her daughter's place by her roommate. We got a woman who's living in her car in Arkansas who pretty much is basically the Arkansas version of you. We also got James, who still needs to be locked up behind bars and still needs to be given a proper chili rainbow. And we got an old fuck in Kentucky who is going to be homeless soon. And we got other sick fucks out there who are just about the scummiest of all scumbags. So, Mary, you're not that special. Also, don't forget Colton. Yeah, Colton, him too. I'm going to be taking a look at Colton because that's going to be for The Farce Awakens. Because there will be an awakening in in the cockles of your hearts. You just got to feel it.
Other people also hurt.
Yeah, Mary, I'm not going to beat around the bush and say, you deserved it. You did deserve it. But death is the only way to...
Virgie has been messaging me that it's still not enough. I still haven't hurt myself enough to refund him.
I know this is going out of chronicle.
That he never sent.
I know this is going out of chronological order. I'm basically shuffling things around because I'm retarded like Virgie. I'm basically retarded like Virgie.
Me, I have not had enough pain yet.
Oh, you're gonna have
him for the donation that he never sent. He wants blood.
How much money does Adrasia owe Virgie again? We will triple that amount. Death.
He wants blood, so I have to go into his life and give him what he wants. Because I want him free. He never sent me any money, but he's never going to leave me alone until he gets repaid what he believes he deserves.
Oh God, no. Platty, no. Do not put that evil on anyone. Platty, no. Do not put that evil on anyone. Don't you put that evil on anyone. We don't want any more demon babies in this world. Bad enough that Von Helton keeps saying that he was married to Miss Parker in an alternate dimension with 16 kids. We don't want that to happen. We cannot. It'll destroy the space-time continuum. It'll cause a tear. It'll cause a tremor in the Force. So she still thinks this is, like I said, this is just mixed mash. Also, Mary is a bitch. It's like you would suggest that Vaughn. What's next? Are you going to suggest that Vaughn and Trisha hook up? Like I said, do not put that evil on anyone, Platty. Do not. Platty, do not put that evil on anyone, let alone Von Helton. Remember, AP said that Adrazia's vagina has the acidic property of an alien xenomorph. Do not put that evil on him. But then again, Von Helton doesn't have a dick to begin with. He's old, crusty, and he's probably gonna end up going to jail for a while. Actually, I hope he goes to jail for a while for fraud.
Receiving emails and messages saying that they've got Kenneth released. That he's on the streets again. I don't know how to find out what's true and what's not.
It's easy. That was false. Kenneth is gonna die in Kenneth McBride is going to die in prison. Life without parole, Mary. He ain't getting out anytime soon. But then again, AP touched up on this in Mayo 3 when he said that Adrastia will go through a phase where she will believe in what random trolls tell her in her comments. And I agree with that. This is just her trying to look for some form of validation to feed into her warped delusions.
I looked him up, and the prison says that he's still there, so snitch to life. But then they're sending me all of these messages saying, "No, we did it. We freed him. We."
You know why they did that? They said that to fuck with you, because you're so desperate for attention that you'll believe in what anyone tells you.
We did it. 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 We.
She said the same thing last year when she thought that Virgie was gonna get Kenneth released from prison. She also thought that Virgie was a member of Kenneth's vigilante gang. Oh my god.
We freed him. We put a pedophile back on the streets. We put a murderer back on the streets. We achieved our main goal.
No, we're not trying to get him out. We're trying to put you in prison for conspiring to murder a woman. You told Kenneth to get rid of Roberta.
Goal in life of helping a pedophile murderer go back out and find another victim. And I don't know how long it takes them to update the jail system so that I can find out what's true. I don't know. But I've received about 50 messages saying that he's released.
That was to fuck with you, Mary. And by the way, there's another person who is just like you. Who is just as vile and twisted as you. Her name's Letitia. And I'm trying to find the one where she's regressing. Yo, not that one. This is a sneak preview of what we're going to see in the coming months when we see Letitia. Because, oh boy, I can hardly wait to see what happens when I start talking about her. God, I hope this is the one that AP showed on his show.
I just left. Today is...
I'm just looking. Oh my god. This, I love, okay.
Said that's all you made me into is a fucking whore.
A whore! You fucking whore!
To save my fucking soul.
I'll be back.
Save this child's soul. Because it came out of a demonic fucking circumstance. There was no relationship prior or after the fucking rape. And they fucking knew that. You saw the fucking exchange of text messages where I immediately stated when we first started interacting I wasn't seeking intimacy and that he shouldn't be talking to me like that. And people get so fucking in their own fucking heads. No, this woman wanted
Looks like Adrazia's got some competition.
You don't fucking know me. I fucking hate penises because that's all they are. Fucking pieces of fucking trash that they can't even wash properly. Disgusting, filled and covered with bacteria. Fuck it. For a while in my life, in my youth, I didn't give a shit because of what my father and brother had done to me. And now that I fucking speak up, now that I fucking clarify for people what the fuck shit is, don't touch people. Don't force yourself upon people. So I told this guy that I was staying with that was very safe.
You got upset. You were falsely accusing a Marine of raping, of sexual assault, all because he didn't want to be your boyfriend.
A thing was going on between, I mean, obviously he was attracted to me. But I'm not attracted to fucking everyone. So I'm fucking...
Letitia Collins, aka Love Letters for TLC, is basically the love child of Adrastia and, truthfully, Trisha Platty.
Fucking pissed. Stupid Lieutenant Sudell. So fucking kind to me. So demeaning. And telling me all this shit. So I told him, I said, you're right. As soon as I get paid, I'll drive right down to the area and I'll...
Yes, Meg B. Rigby. This. I'm sorry, Chase the Train, but this is a sneak preview of who we're going to be looking at in the next episode of the Zilla show. This will be our new main protagonist for the sequel trilogy. This is going to be the new main protagonist for the sequel trilogy. Letitia Collins is our new protagonist for the sequel trilogy. She's basically going to be the Rey of the Zilla show. She's going to be like the Rey Skywalker of the Zilla show. She is going to be called Letitia Crytalker. She is the last. She will be known only as all the Sped-Eye. She might be the last Sped-Eye.
Wait until you shove me in jail for opening my mouth again to the authorities as an actual victim. He couldn't handle it, so he hung up on me.
Yes, Spatty, that's the one.
Because I was being so facetious. Because in actuality,
Does she even know what the word facetious is?
I did nothing wrong. And the fact that I've got to spend my money to get down to that location, spend money,
You don't have money to spend, Letitia.
Money, spend my fucking time, find a safe place for my vehicle to be parked, or it'll be fucking impounded, so I have to pay another $400 or $500 fucking dollars for these bitches.
Is she tugging on her collar?
Every time they put me in jail for something I didn't fucking do.
Yes. Remember when I said she's not hard, she's probably better looking than Mary. I think she's on the same level as Trisha. It's just I don't know if Trisha's ever age regressed, but this bitch age regresses whenever she has a meltdown. She also would sound like a howler monkey whenever she cries. Oh my god. Oh, Platty. You're gonna love having to see this one. Yes, Megby, this is the one who lives in her car. And this is the one who filmed herself pooping. Poop! Poopy! Poopy!
Every time they put me in jail for my freedom of fucking speech. And in actuality, and I told him, I said, you're right. I'll just go.
You were trespassing on your ex-husband's property.
And I'll handle this, and then I'll remember, and I'll clarify, I'll understand. Never speak up to the authorities. Never tell them when something is wrong. Because if I ever do, then I get looked at like I'm a liar.
True.
Like I'm a manipulative monster. In actuality, it's their own. It's the
True. Mary is all grime. This one, on the other hand, we're gonna have some fun with her. And I might show the one where she's trespassing on the Zilla show. I might also show this one just to skip to the part where she's crying and regressing. She's going to be like, yes, Daddy, I'll be a good girl from now on. She needs a daddy. I mean, Letitia really needs a daddy. Maybe we can get her to hook up with Grampy. Oh, actually, no. I don't wish. No, scratch that. I'm not going to wish that on Grampy Lobster. I'm not going to put that evil on him either. Don't you put that evil on Grampy, Rickzilla. Don't you put that evil on him. Seems like Trisha's going to have some competition too. We got Mary, we got Letitia, and we got Trisha, and we got Shani.
military men that I've encountered. It's the fucking authorities. It's the guy that forced me into fucking sucking his dick. That it was.
Also, I'm subscribed to this woman's channel because I need some new content for my for the Zilla show, and I already have a new protagonist.
On duty at that time.
This bitch.
And I'm the one to blame. You're right. You're right. My falsified rape report. My alleged accusations. Allegedly. This motherfucker placed a baby inside of me. How much more do you fucking need? How much more proof do you have to fucking need?
You were on a Tinder date with a Marine. And you went with him to have sex. You pretty much wanted it too. And proved that you were pregnant.
In order to rationalize where the fuck a victim comes from. That's why I put these videos out there in my heightened emotions, when I've calmed down so I can clarify and be, completely rational in this entire thing, because I know I'm...
Yeah, she's talking about when she had a one-night stand with a Marine that she met on Tinder. Tinder is a hookup site, not a dating site, you idiot.
Hormonal. I know I shouldn't have fucking talked down to him, but after discussing it a few times and realizing you want me to sit in jail, a pregnant woman that was raped, and you want to turn around and put me in jail instead of the guy.
I'm getting flashbacks from when the cops in Boulder, Colorado arrested Shani instead of Rev, when if they found out that Shani was the one who hit Rev because Rev had the welt marks on his arms and legs, and Shani's like, why isn't he getting put in jail? Bye, Jason. This is called MK Ultra, by the way. Bitch, all Rev wanted was a Baja Blast. But you just got slappy. I'm betting the Marine also wanted a Baja Blast too. And maybe she got slappy. She wanted a good fuck too.
This is the most backward fucking world I could have ever. This is like a movie. Completely. This is like an irrational fucking
This is called MK Ultra, by the way. I can never get over that shit. MK Ultra. Hi, Jason. This is called MK Ultra, by the way.
state of events that make no sense. I literally get no compensation. And the times that I actually speak up to the authorities about these circumstances, they make me out to be the one that needs to shut the fuck up and never speak out against anyone, ever. And then I just say to other women, never speak to the authorities about your problems. Never call 911. Never tell anybody about being raped. Don't tell anybody about getting hurt. Don't tell anybody about being violated or psychologically distorted. Don't speak up. Therapy doesn't work. The authorities don't work.
This is some bad advice.
They're there for the people with the money. The money runs these people. They have no hearts and they have no compassion. So I knew years ago when I stated, well, that's not how the world really works. The world, in actuality, karma's a bitch, especially when you die. So, and people don't want to rationalize it from someone that has died and come back so many times, and that's why
I'm betting that did happen. Maybe he wanted a Baja Blast too, Platty.
I live. So
I mean, what is it with Baja Blast that makes you get your ass whooped? Why do women whoop your ass over a soft drink from Taco Bell? That's something I really don't understand. Hey, don't get me wrong. I love a Baja Blast. I think the reason why I started drinking Baja Blast was because of that beatdown. Was because of that arrest video. That Shanny arrest video. When Rev said that all he wanted was a Baja Blast. That's when I started liking Baja Blast. Oh my god. I fucking love that part. I fucking love that moment. All he wanted was a Baja Blast, and Shanny wanted to sleep. But this is called MK Ultra. My fibro! Maybe she wanted a baby in her. Maybe Letitia wanted a baby in her.
basically, you know, like I don't ask for much aside from normal accommodations, restroom access, clean water, food that I enjoy, that's not going to upset my stomach and make me go crazy mentally and have mood swings and digestive issues. So the fact that I speak out against the entire U.S. government is an issue. The fact that I speak out and want help after stating the facts about the U.S. government, that's the issue. Because I'm actually not privy to anybody else's assistance. And I realized that. I am an unwanted in this country. I am an undesirable. And the fact that they want me to sit out this time, that's nothing in the grander scheme of eternity for their souls. And that's fine. Completely fine. If that's how you want to play this, if you want to take the words of these fucking predators and then spin it around and destroy the actual victims psychologically and emotionally and physically, keeping me contained for a while, that's why I say I don't fight anymore. Because I don't fight on this fucking realm anymore, on this plane. Because the more you want to fucking fight God's will and the fact that I was actually being a decent human being and I was actually doing what was right by the circumstance and the situation by clarifying he's a rapist, by trying to get proof to the world that he raped me, and then in actuality they're like, no, we're gonna go ahead and side with this guy because then he would lose his fucking pension, he would lose this and that, you would destroy his life. But what about destroying my life? What about the fact that I've been sleeping out of my car and in freezing circumstances while being pregnant and homeless and this and that, and they...
You have no life, Letitia. Deal with it. You have no life.
Knew that they were interacting with a homeless person, and they took advantage of the situation. They took advantage of my kindness. I thought it was weakness. It's not weakness. My compassion is a strength. I am
what compassion?
Very smart, obviously, because I know when I fuck these people over, it's not just in this realm, it's in every other fucking plane, and most people...
You sound like Peggy Hill in that episode of King of the... You sound like Peggy Hill when you claim to be smart. You know, because, like, Hank said to Peggy that she has a high opinion about herself. That's called being a narcissist. Peggy, the reason why Peggy thinks she's so smart, but she's basically dumb. Because she's a fucking narcissist, but she's a fucking narcissist. That's why she's detestable. Blood for the blood god. We're gonna add some new blood. Keep in mind that this is only a sneak preview because
violent and Leticia Collins, Leticia Servant, in her raw form. This is what everyone sees. This is what everyone sees. My anger, my frustration toward the world.
I'm just gonna skip ahead. I'm just gonna skip ahead because
thereafter I was trying to be nice because I didn't know if this was going to kill me still thereafter. I didn't know how fucking psychotic. So I was gonna kill everything. She was crazy. Look at, she killed to fucking see, and everybody to rationalize. Oh yeah, she was crazy. Look at, she killed herself. Because I don't want to be around you people. Every time I speak the fuck out about the god honest truth, you all fucking shit on me. And I'm gonna tell everyone that through my story, through all of this, because it could be positive. More than likely it's gonna end up negative. Because you people can't do your jobs right. I keep telling everyone, I don't know why you got into the profession to hurt victims, but that's not cool. That's not cool. You're leaving me with scars that...
Almost forgot. Like the stream, folks. Like the stream. It helps out. It helps the algorithm. It helps out the algorithm. And please, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. My goal, as of now, is to reach 500 subs. 500 subs, folks. And we can get that community tab, and we can go to town on that shit. But I can't do it without your help. And if you feel generous and want to donate a few shekels my way, again, my PayPal, my Cash App, Streamlabs, all in the description, as well as in the chat above. But if you don't want to fork over the dough, again, why don't you share this with your share this stream with your friends? Let everyone know we got this thing going, and also like the stream, subscribe, and click the bell notification.
We'll never be able to be paid back. No amount of money in the goddamn world would fix any of the trauma that I've sustained.
Yes!
Nothing.
The tears.
Getting my daughter back would help. It didn't help. You didn't want to help me. I did.
One of so what I saw from Adonis Paul was from his stream earlier was that this woman here, Letitia, one of her favorite pastimes is playing the victim.
I didn't get my baby back. I didn't get to hold her and take care of her and have that outlet. I didn't get the pets. So this is just me, raw.
I saw that. I did a stream on that last year, Platty. It's funny.
In all of my form, because I have nothing to hide behind. No comforts, no nothing.
Wait for it.
This camera, my phone, is dying out still. It's just starting to go down with the battery.
Charge that shit, bitch!
I've got this vehicle that I'm not able to pay the payment for this month. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone wants to fuck me.
Okay.
Fuck me right in the goddamn ass.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean,
Fuck me in the ass. Fuck me in the ass, cause I love Jesus. We pray to thee in Elohim's name. Elohim, give me strength so that I could make this woman be a good girl for daddy.
And for this baby, if it comes out properly and whatever, and then it'll know what I fucking suffered through while it was sitting here 16 and a half weeks. I felt a really good kick last night before bed. And then I had a dream about my mom.
Is she actually pregnant, or is she just saying that?
But she was nice to me. I lived for those moments when she was nice to me. They weren't very often.
6 people in the...
It was just me and her.
Holy fuck, we got 6 viewers. Please, keep this shit up. Going. Keep this going. Keep this going. We're gonna need some energy.
Driving around to go run errands and stuff. And it wasn't really errands, we were doing nice things and everything.
So take
So sad.
them off the blanket.
How could you blame the victim for speaking out? My whole life has happened to me, and I should have known. My whole life this has happened to me, and it's just going to continue. I can never state anything real to anybody because they always see me as the liar.
Well, you
I was 12 years old. I told everyone, and I tried to commit suicide. And then I had to state no, because I had Stockholm Syndrome, and I wanted to protect my fucking parents, and I wanted to protect my siblings.
Here we go.
I didn't lie.
She sounds like a fucking seal. She sounds like a seal on dry land. I thought Adrasia's cry was worse.
I've been doing so good.
Oh my god. Oh my god. How's this? Oh my god. Yeah. I'm Godzilla. Okay, so she's not really pregnant. Oh, thank God. I was worried. Oh, she had me worried. I thought she was pregnant. She almost had me worried. Oh God, no. I had this done. I was gonna say something regarding the night Roberta Laws was murdered. I was gonna say something, but I think that's a little too far. That was a little too soon. Job is done. Happy birthday to me, Mary. You went full retard, man. Never go full retard. You don't buy that? Ask Champagne. Remember 2001? I Am Sam. Remember? Went full retard. Went home empty-handed.
here anymore.
She sounds like she's gonna sneeze. She sounds like she's gonna sneeze. She sounds like Allie when Allie's trying to sneeze. Oh, Rick.
I really don't want to be here anymore. The more I interact with people, the more I'm fucking freaked out.
Then get the fuck off the
I
internet.
don't care how fucking crazy I look or whatever.
Breathe. Breathe. Breathe, bitch. Breathe. Breathe. Breathe it in, bitch. I'm Godzilla. I will rock your ass. Michael Hatfield, thank you for saying that. Thank you for clearing that up. I was concerned because she shouldn't be having kids when she's still dealing with her homeless problem.
I've suffered from panic attacks since I was a kid.
Bullshit. I had panic attacks. That, or at least I fake a panic attack. That was not a panic attack, bitch. And you know it. I've had, well, I wouldn't say I've had a panic attack, an actual panic attack. I've had anxiety attacks. But that was not an anxiety. That was not a panic attack. You were just going like a fucking seal. You were exactly.
Hyperventilating and shit. No one ever believed me. I would fall to the floor sometimes and detach, and they still, to this day, no one has ever seen it from my perspective because everyone said I lied. Everyone continues to say I lie.
Well, I'm not going to say anything about this one because we all know how this one goes. We all know she lies a lot.
So now I won't tell anybody anything anymore again. I'll just go back inside. Go back inside. See?
Oh my god, she sounds like she's gonna sneeze.
Anybody? I realize nobody wants to.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. How can you not laugh at this? This is just so fucking stupid. This is so fucking stupid.
Hear me. Nobody wants to hear negative things. Nobody wants to hear about, people, this and that. I'll just go back inside. No one talking. Nobody deserves to be talked to. I don't deserve to talk to anybody, and they don't deserve my words. My kind words, my truths. They don't deserve any of it. They're evil.
They're evil? I honestly cannot understand how anyone could think like this. Fourth bitches of the apocalypse. Yes, Daddy.
I remember after getting some of those shots and everything and the vibrations in my brain, and all I could do was repeat, sorry, please don't hurt me anymore, please, stop hurting me, everything hurts so much. People think I lie. They're like, that can't hurt that bad.
She's faking this, right? You know she's faking it. Of course she's faking it. I've seen better acting from Mary. Hell, I've seen better acting from Trisha. Ain't no way anyone could pull this shit off. Ain't no way that this is legit.
When it's compiled with all the other trauma, one canola.
Oh my god, Platty, you're right. You're fucking right. She's regressing. AP brought this up earlier. She was regressed. She's basically going back to age regression. And before you say, what is she? And before you, and I know a lot of you are going to think the whole age regression, you're probably going to associate the whole age regression thing to the whole adult baby diaper community. No, not that type of age regression. No, it's more of an emotional age regression. I mean, I remember, I mean, for God's sake, I used to do this when I was little. Every time I throw a temper tantrum, I would regress mentally. And that was when I was like 7. I'm 30 years old. And even now, as I look back at that, I knew, yeah, I was a spoiled kid. But even then, that was because I was a kid. A child. My mind wasn't fully developed yet. This bitch is an adult. A fucking adult. Okay. Pet the cat. Pet the cat, Letitia. Pet the cat. The fuck is wrong with this bitch? I could tell off the bat she's faking it. Breathe. Breathe, woman, breathe. She got nice titties, though. Pet the cat, pet the cat, pet the cat.
I don't understand anything anymore.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, she's regressed. She's age regressing. She's regressing in age. She's gonna start going back to being 12.
I was told that I could speak out. That's a lie.
You can see how her voice changed. Like she's sounding like a kid.
Nobody wants to hear anything bad.
Pet the cat, pet the cat.
If they did something bad or wrong.
Pet the cat, pet the cat. Pet the cat, pet the cat, pet the cat.
I told myself, you're such a good girl. You're such a good girl.
good girl.
She sounds like a 12-year-old. Uh-oh. Better keep this one away from James. Better keep this one away from James. We know he likes him young and fresh.
You're such a good girl. You're a good girl.
Yes, Daddy, I'll be a good girl.
But
30.
not talking to anybody.
Well, I'm 30. I'm 30. I was talking about when I was 7. I mean, come on. It's common with people who have learning disabilities.
No more saying things. You're a good girl. But no more talking to anybody. I tell myself, you're such a good girl. You're such a good girl.
She's such a good girl.
You're a good girl. But no more talking to anybody. No more saying things to people. No more telling anybody. Don't tell anybody. Just keep it to yourself.
I don't know how that's relevant. I'm 30 years old, and I mean, come on. I'm 30 years old, and I'm even more mature than this bitch. I mean, how sad is it to know that a 30-year-old man is more mature than a woman who's probably like 36, 40, somewhere around there? Someone who's in her late 30s, who acts like a fucking child.
Don't tell anybody about it. And then this happens again. And again, and again, and again. Don't talk about it. Don't say anything. Just be a good girl. Good girl, so fit.
Yes, Moonbear, she is. Have fun with this one, Moonbear. Have fun with this one. Adonis Paul showed this video earlier today, and oh my god. I was like, she's got that, she's going like, you're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. Be a good girl for daddy. Yes, daddy, I'll be a good girl. I'm surprised she didn't say, I'll be a good girl. I'm surprised she's saying she's not a good, you're such a good girl for daddy. Oh my god. That would have made the dynamic a little effed up. Watch your mouth, girl. Watch your mouth. Yes, daddy, I'll be a good girl.
Don't tell anybody about it.
This is age regression. Yeah, she's basically...
And then it just happens again.
But you have to understand, Moonbear, she's faking it. This woman is faking it. She's probably faking it. I mean, she faked a pregnancy. When she talked about, the reason why she's accusing a Marine of sexual assault is because he didn't want to be her boyfriend. Now tell me, does that remind you of someone we know?
Don't talk about it. Don't say anything. Just be a good girl. Good girl, so fit. Don't speak.
Don't speak! I know what you're thinking. So please stop explaining. Don't tell me 'cause it hurts. No, 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 no. Don't speak. I know what you're thinking, and I don't need your reasons. Don't tell me 'cause it hurts. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. She said don't speak. Hey, come on, I do song requests. I can do song requests. I know. Oh, I know that. You just walked into one of the most insane. I'm sorry you had to see this, Moonbear. I'm sorry you had to see this. I was looking at Adrastia's insanity, and then I started looking at this woman. But don't worry, we'll get back to Adrastia.
Girls don't speak.
This is Letitia Collins, Moonbear. This is Letitia Collins. She's a divorced woman who lost custody of her 9-year-old daughter and is living in her van. She pretty much sleeps in gyms and uses the latrine in the gyms. I think this was the woman you talked about, right, Moonbear? After you talked about that, after you were covering that panel where you had Paula, aka Jeremy's mom, and then Trisha, when you were going over that panel that Thursday, and then you had enough time to show a new character. Was this the person you were talking about? Letitia?
I'm very scared. I'm okay now. I think enough to drive to where I wanted to go, so I could sit for a while. Somewhere safe. Somewhere safe. Somewhere safe.
Oh my god! Now she sounds like she's having an orgasm. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, this is just so ridiculous. I mean, James is anger inducing. Adrastia, she just makes you want to heart. When Adrastia does the heart, then it's funny. Blood for Blood is what the title of this stream is. Blood for the Blood God. She sounds like she's having an orgasm. That's when you know the D was good.
You're always bad. You're always bad. Just keep your mouth shut. You're not a good girl unless you keep your mouth shut.
Now she sounds like a puppy dog.
Everybody wants it. Make sure you're the criminal. Don't speak. You're a criminal. If you speak,
I think, to me, Moonbear, I think this woman is faking it. She's doing it for attention. And I'll show you why on Wednesday when I do the Zilla show. Because she's not going to be the only one I'll be touching on Wednesday night. There's a guy that I discovered on the Lulberry show. JJ Stoner cultivated this one. I didn't find her. JJ Stoner was the one who cultivated this one. She was left to pasture. And we're just milking her for the lulz. And she provides some milk. That's when you realize the D was good. I always thought she sounded like she was gonna sneeze. Breathe.
Sometimes I'd have to pull over for panic attacks when I was too stressed. There's people around now. I have to snap out of my feelings and in my brain so I can work with the world around me. That's what they do. I don't want to be here. I don't want to see any of this. I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this anymore.
She makes Adrazdia look sane. Hell, she makes Trisha look sane, right?
They tell me I'm crazy. You're right. I shouldn't have said anything. I shouldn't have interacted with anyone. I shouldn't have expected anything or people to be honest or genuine. I should never expect anybody to be honest or truthful. Genuine
Truthful.
people don't exist anymore. Just because I'm transparent doesn't mean that everybody else is, and they're evil. I know I'm good, but they think I'm bad because I speak.
She sounds like a mental patient.
Because of the things that I drew.
Honestly, she'd be one of the first people to be admitted into a nut house pre-Reagan era.
Because of the things that I saw and interacted with.
Soon a Reagan will be born.
I love you. I love you. I love you. Stop hurting me, please.
She's not really pregnant.
I love you. I love you.
She's not really pregnant. At least I hope she's not.
I love you.
I love you. Alright, so that was Letitia.
I just left. Today is March.
I just saw that. Yeah, so that was
Today is January 2nd, 2022. I'm chill.
Now let's go back to the insanity that is. Fuck you, James. Let us see, Mary.
All I want is freedom.
All
I want is to know that I can wake up tomorrow without people stalking and harassing me and wanting me to hurt myself and demanding money that I don't have to give them, that I never had to give them because they started harassing me when I was homeless.
No. Nobody was harassing you when you were homeless, Mary. They just saw a video of you putting mayonnaise in your hair, and they laughed at it. Nobody was harassed. They just saw you feeding ducks cooked rice. That's it. You didn't have to take it to this extreme. All this because they called you a duck murderer.
They knew.
Oh, sorry.
They knew I didn't have any money. When they began this a year ago, they knew, and now they've got me unmedicated and still just begging and pleading every day for freedom. Freedom that I shouldn't have to beg and plead with because I'm an American. I'm a human being. I shouldn't be allowed to be owned by anybody, but I am.
America. Sorry,
Because these people are never going to stop. They're never going to let me live unless I can pay them enough in blood or tears or money, and I can't ever get. There's not enough money to buy your freedom from an abuser.
Yeah, Moonbear, you might have missed earlier where we were pretty much laughing at Adrazia when she was beating herself. Well, I wouldn't say beating herself over the face with a phone charger. She wasn't really actually beating herself. She was pretty much. It's basically like a love tap. It was more like a love tap to the face. And she was pretty much slapping her knee. While slapping her knee at the same time. She was giving herself a love tap to the face while slapping her knee. To create the sound effect of being whacked over the head with a... You gotta see it to believe it.
Abusers don't want money.
It's called Virgie G and Adonis Paul Want Blood or something like that.
Abusers can find ways to get money. What they want is pain.
It's funny you should say that, Mary, because I'm going to show you what you were doing earlier in order to feel the pain. This is what she was doing earlier. Yes, I have to play the video game.
They don't have the money they're demanding.
So, Virgie...
And I didn't hurt myself enough because he messaged me and told me that now...
Hold on. Let's go Quentin Tarantino this shit.
I don't have the money they're demanding. So there's comment
We're gonna Tarantino this shit because...
saying give Virgie the money back or hit yourself.
This! Oh my god, I forgot about this one. So, Virgie G, who I was a mod in Virgie G's chat. Virgie G was also is a fellow adrasiologist who was the one who pulled up the court records about the murder of Roberta Laws. And he was on Adonis Paul's show that one time when he and Adonis Paul were on several shows together. Not long ago they were on a Mayo special with Aunt Kathy and Hatman and JJ Stoner, where they're talking about Mary's inconsistencies. Last year they were on AP's show back when he had his Adonis Paul live channel before Adrazia had it flagged for hate speech, to which AP and issued what is known as exterminatus on Adrazia's channel. They were trying to get her off YouTube. So Virgie G, who also had his channel nuked for cyberbullying or hate speech, came on Adonis Paul's late night show to discuss the inconsistencies in Mary's story regarding the murder of Roberta Laws. And he brought along some court records, which was public. And they were looking at some of the passages in the book that don't match up with the actual story. And they made a few jokes like planting a potato, that Mary got a potato garden. That's why I said Happy International Potato Day. We got a new potato garden for you, Mary. You got to plant her. Happy birthday to me.
And what choice do I have? I don't have any money to give them because they didn't give any to me.
Yeah, I guess Virgie was one of the people that was They're pretty much calling Adrazia out for all of her bullshit. Right now, his channel's on suspension. Probably because he showed some naughty things that are too X-rated for YouTube.
They didn't give me anything to give back.
Virgie G is retarded like
never going to stop. So this is for Virgie G. This is your pound of flesh that you were begging for.
Yes. Who is owing her money? Virgie G. He's regarded like me. Virgie G is retarded like me. No, that's his theme song, by the way. Hurt, 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 hurt. Hurt, 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 hurt. Yes. So they told her to that she needs to pay Adonis Paul and Virgie for if she can't pay them in money, that she has to pay them in blood. And AP was in Adonis Paul was in here earlier, and then he said something about TP, that she could pay in TP, and Platty said she's too lazy for TP. She can't afford TP, so blood will have to suffice. Because the reason why I always keep bringing up TP is because it's a reference to Beavis's alter ego, Cornholio, which is also the name of Adonis Paul's cat. I am Cornholio. Eventually, that cat will turn into Cornholio and will demand TP for his bunghole. You will give me TP for my bunghole. Are you threatening me? My bunghole will not wait. I am the great Cornholio. I'm a gringo. I have no bunghole. Bungholio. Hurt, 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 hurt.
How many times does it have to happen? How many times in...
Here's $2 for 1,000 Hail Marys. And I want you to hit yourself. Harder.
So it's enough.
1,000. And I want you to hit yourself. 1,000 Hail Marys. It's 1,000 Hail Marys, and I want you to hit yourself.
How many does $50 that did never...
Oh, so it's $50.
...actually exist cost? How much blood does that cost?
All of it. Blood for the blood god, Mary. Blood for blood.
How much does it cost? How much pain does it cause?
She's also responsible for the the stock market crash. She is responsible for every evil in this world. She's also possessed by an evil crotch goblin called Quato. So, and now let's see what James is doing.
So, Adonis Paul keeps threatening me with these empty threats.
Yes, and by the way, this is, if you remember, you remember James Clark, right?
Claiming I tried to, I said that I was going to do whatever to his daughter, and then
He threatened to rape it. He threatened to rape Adonis Paul's daughter, and Adonis Paul told his ex-wife, and the ex-wife called the cops on James. You don't mess with a woman's kid, James. If you bring kids in your mess, then you're gonna wish that you never said that shit.
I'm a pedophile and all this other stuff. Now, I'm not even going to get into the whole pedophile thing, because this isn't about Adonis Paul. This is actually about Adrasdia and Adonis Paul's fabrication.
You too. Okay, see you later. See you later, Platty.
Allegedly murdering a woman named Roberta Laws.
No. Hell, Adonis Paul didn't say that Adrasdia murdered Roberta. He said, if you watched Mayo 1, he said that he didn't believe that Adrastia murdered her. What he said is that she was an accessory to a murder. If he was a loaded gun, Kenneth McBride was the one who murdered Roberta Laws, not Adrastia. Sorry, I only reserve Cornholio for when we do the Titicaca. The Titicaca.
Didn't happen.
I have no bunghole.
Didn't happen, and I'm going to leave proof in the description for the Rumble video. Now, why is this so important? Well, because he keeps fabricating things about me and fabricating things about this other woman and fabricating things about everybody. What these shows do, people like Royce Lopez, JJ Stoner, Adonis Paul, Virgie G, all these shows, Hat Man, what they're doing is they're fabricating.
You forgot me. You forgot Moon Bear. You forgot the Geek Room. You forgot Dragnot. Well, actually, no. We don't. Dragnot doesn't cover Adrastia. Neither does the Geek Room. But all reaction channels, you're going to start saying all reaction channels are
evidence.
Fabricating evidence.
Which is not real.
Which is not real.
Or they're taking real evidence very far out of context. A lot of times they're using this face swapping app to swap faces out on people. It's very...
What? I mean, honestly, Moon, if James Clark started defending Trisha, she'd probably say that you were using a face swapping app or deepfake app to incriminate Trisha. But then again, James Clark knows absolutely nothing. James Clark knows absolutely nothing about what he's saying.
Very ridiculous.
It's like, this is like when Shani was trying to defend Trisha after Curly Sue kicked her out of her daughter's place.
Ridiculous that this is what they do for a living and they act like little girls. Now what's funny is
we're not acting like little girls. You don't want to breed. Oh, come on, James. You know you like little girls. I mean, what else explains when you made that, when you shared Oingo Boingo's I Love Little Girls?
And I'm going to leave links in the description to prove that Mary Barone, also known as Adrastia, is innocent.
James, did you watch Mayo? Did you watch Mayo, the Adrastia story? Well, of course, he doesn't watch Adonis Paul. Because the reason, like I said, the reason why James is defending Adrastia is because he has a hate boner for Adonis Paul. Because Adonis Paul uncovered some nasty evidence that proves that James Clark is a pedophile because he was liking pictures of 12-year-old girls on Instagram. And he has admitted that he is a Lolita lover. He's also known to be a stalker and has been arrested and has a criminal record for night prowling his former employer. He claims that he's a specialist in the mental health, but in actuality, he was a peer supervisor at a nut house where he was a patient, at a care facility where he was a patient of. James Clark has the intelligence and emotional understanding of a prepubescent boy. He is mentally and emotionally 12 fucking years old.
and that Adonis Paul and his troll army that harasses this poor woman who has schizoaffective disorder. She is debilitated by schizoaffective disorder, so she's terrified of these people and terrified that they're going to have her, the person that she helped lock up, the murderer of Roberta Laws.
Dude, we're not trying to get...
That they're going to have him released from prison and that he...
No, that's not what they're saying. They're not trying to get Kenneth out of jail. They're trying to get Adrazia in jail because she lied about her involvement. Well, actually, they took a plea deal. He took a plea deal and pled guilty so that he wouldn't get the death penalty.
He's going to kill her. Now, what you have to remember is she has schizoaffective disorder, so she doesn't know that that's probably not going to happen. I don't have schizoaffective disorder, and I'm not as easily intimidated. That's why there are threats of, oh, you're going to jail, and you're going here, and you're going there, and blah, 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 blah. You have no...
This is kind of like when Shani's defending Trisha. How she's saying, you shouldn't be getting involved with a mother and a child. She's saying, Shani, you would know. By the way, Trisha's daughter is 22 years old. She didn't have to take her mother in. She chose to take her mother in because that's her mother and she loves her. And I understand that you can't throw away family, especially the one who gave birth to you. Becca still loves her mother, even when she did a lot of terrible things to her when she was living under her roof. I mean, all you had to do was not stream, and she disobeyed those rules. Shani doesn't understand that because, again, she thinks that Trisha is a victim. The only reason why Shani is defending Trisha is because she wants to become Trisha, the same way she wants to become Chantal. And and James is defending Adrazia because he has a hate boner for Adonis Paul. Watch, he's going to start defending Letitia eventually.
No evidence against me that would hold up in a court of law, and I haven't committed any crimes. So
sleep is for the weak, Draven. Sleep is for the weak, Draven. And by the way, this is James Clark, Draven. This is James Clark. He's a stalker. I'm pretty sure you've seen Hatman streams on him, right? He's a stalker. We believe he might be a pedophile because he romanticizes 16-year-old girls. He's kind of like Lucas Werner, where he's romanticizing underage girls. He also lives on government assistance and was a patient at a nut house. Whom he became a peer specialist. He is mentally a 12-year-old and has thoughts of wanting to enact physical violence on people who he doesn't like by challenging them to a karate match. I mean, AP said that karate is for kids, and if he ever came to his neck of the woods, he would pull a gun on him because everybody in Texas has a gun. Also, Hatman catfished this guy to keep him from stalking this girl he was obsessed with for 6 years named Eliana. Hatman used a fake profile of a woman from, I guess, Ukraine named Galina. And James fell head over heels for this catfish and sent nude photos to this supposed woman, even though he barely even knew her for more than a day or less than a day. When the jig was up and Hatman when Hatman revealed that he was Galina, he went back to talking about going to Ecuador or Argentina because the age of consent laws are different in Ecuador.
Good luck. Good luck. Okay, that would be humorous. Unfortunately, and what's funny is if it does go to court, I will very simply explain to the judge.
No, not like Dart Ninja. Yeah, maybe like Dart Ninja, but God, I hope we don't give Dart Ninja ideas to go stalking this guy. I mean, well, not stalking, trying to befriend. I'm pretty sure Dart Ninja is thinking about befriending James Clark, like he did with Tragic.
How Mr. Paul harasses this schizoaffective woman and tries to make her kill herself. And if you watch his show and read the comment sections in her videos, you can see that I am not exaggerating in the least. That is what this person does.
No, we hate you too, James. We hate you as equally as we hate we hate you because you're a pedophile and you are trying to groom Adrazia into gay ops to take Adonis Paul's channel down because he exposed you for being a nonce.
This is gang stalking.
Also, oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. I almost forgot. James Clark, before this whole Galena thing, he was into the whole gang stalking thing. If you don't know what gang stalking is, it's a bunch of people who are so bored with their lives that they they do this role-playing game where they think the government is following them. Most people who are referred to as TIs or targeted individuals are mostly people who are either homeless or on government assistance or both. James is all three of those things. He was homeless for a while, and then he went on government assistance and is still considered a targeted individual. Kind of like that targeted citizen guy that Frank and the guys used to review or laugh at on the Geek Room. And there's another targeted individual that I would like to share with my audience. This person, I'll share him on. I'm going to share him on Wednesday night's show when I do the Zilla show. And oh my God, batter up.
To a T. They have sent people after her in real life. They have mailed her unwanted things. They have sent...
Okay. That part, the mailing her unwanted things part, was true. Adonis Paul did mail her gorilla shit, which is legal, by the way. Which is legal. And they also mailed her a shovel, which is legal too. And she tried to pawn that shovel off for weed money.
Mormon missionaries over her place to intimidate her.
Dude! They were offering a hand.
This is all a game to try. They've sent people over my place to try and intimidate me. And this is all a big game to them to try and get reactions out of people. And you know what? You're done getting reactions out of me, but
I would like to see James start defending Trisha, Draven. I mean, it'd be funny to see James try to go to bat for Trisha because he's also a targeted individual like her.
But I will not stop defending Mary Barone.
He'll start saying, I will not stop defending Trisha Smith.
And why? Because it's the right thing to do.
Then you're both fucking crazy.
And also, you people are freaking stupid. You are not going to come out on top on this one.
James has this belief that he is gonna win. He thinks that he's the winner in all this. He is so fucking delusional. It's not even real. He lives much like a Drazia, much like Shani, and much like Trisha. James also lives in his own fantasy world where he's always right and everyone else is wrong.
If you involve the justice system, that will be humorous. I know you haven't involved the justice system, except for maybe calling the police on me a million times. But to
Adonis Paul didn't call the police on you. His ex-wife did. When you threatened to breed with his daughter. Do you really think that he's gonna let that fly? Hell the fuck no. You're a danger to society, James Clark. You're the one who's a danger to society, not Adonis Paul. You are. Also, Draven, you missed earlier when I was laughing at a woman faking a meltdown. No, it's not Mary. Well, Mary did the same thing too earlier, but she was, I mean, it sounded like she was going to sneeze, and then it sounded like she was having an orgasm, and then she started regressing, saying, "You're a good girl, Letitia. You're a good girl. You're a bad girl." I'm like, oh my God. You're just, this is just for attention. The histrionics. I mean, the histrionics are all over the place. I mean, who would have sex with that? Who would fuck that? No one will fuck this guy. This guy kind of reminds me of Lucas Werner, in a sense. Probably because he's a creep who likes to follow the trends and latch onto an ideology to make himself sound smart, much like Lucas Werner. And I could say the same about Lucas Werner. He's also mentally 12. He hasn't developed emotionally to understand or to handle things that require years of discipline, self-control, and understanding beyond that of a prepubescent boy. And James is the same way too. James has this belief that if a girl is old enough to breed, she's old enough to breed.
Actually involve the court system with you people is the stupidest thing you could possibly do. And you'll find out why when it happens.
He's always trying to take people to court, all because they told him that he can't diddle 12-year-olds.
Okay? But if I were you, Adonis, I would leave Mary alone. If you leave Mary alone, I'll leave you alone.
That's never going to happen, James. It's never going to happen. Because Mary is the one provoking him. So, again, blood for blood. Blood for the blood god, James. Better believe that shit.
But until then, see, this is the thing. You want to know why I call you a child rapist, Adonis? Because you accused Mary Barone of murdering somebody, and you continue and you double down and double down and double down on a lie. A lie. So you know what? I have as much or more evidence that you're a child rapist than you do that Mary Barone is a murderer. You have zero evidence that she's a murderer.
If Adonis Paul is a child rapist, then prove it. Show the evidence. Oh, wait. You can't. Because it's not fucking true. This is another one of James Clark's coping mechanisms, is deflection. James, much like any other lolcow, will shift the blame onto other people and say that they're the child rapists, they're the pedophiles, they're the stalkers. It's not him. He cannot take accountability for his own actions. It has to be everyone else's fault that he's like this.
And evidence that, to the contrary. And you continue to double down on the lie that she's a murderer. So you know what? I will continue to call you a child rapist.
Well, good luck with that, James. You kind of sound like G-Man. Okay.
Abusers don't want money.
Nope, we don't want money. We want your blood.
Let them convince you that I ever could have bought my freedom with money, because they don't want money.
Just pay Virgie the $50 you owe him. Blood for blood.
Abusers want pain. They want bruises and tears and blood.
Blood for blood. Blood for the blood god, Mary. Blood for the blood god.
And I am trying my hardest to pay my way out of this situation.
Sangre por sangre. Blood for blood.
I will give them all of the bruises and the blood that they want.
Give it all! We will bathe the star whales in your blood, Mary. Sangre por sangre. Sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta pull out the translation. It's a Spanish translation. Blood for blood. Sangre por sangre. Or the Latin phrase. Sangris por sanguine.
Sanguis pro sanguine.
Sangris por sanguine. Sangre por sangre, Mary. Sangre por sangre. This is what happens for blood for blood.
I just want my freedom. I just want to know how much it'll cost.
All of your blood, Mary. All the blood in your body. Until you are bone dry. Okay, maybe not to that extreme. But you know we're just fucking with you, Mary, right? You know people are just fucking with you because they know they know the game. They know you like to pretend that you're a victim so that you can con your Facebook simps out of their money. Speaking of which, for those of you who are still tuning in, if you want to support me, you can check out my PayPal. You can check out my Cash App. You can also check out my my Streamlabs, if you want to send some dough, if you want to send like a tip over there, feel free to do so. My PayPal and my Streamlabs are linked together. It's basically a business PayPal now. No longer a personal PayPal, it's my business PayPal. Now that I am business. The farce will awaken. And also because it'll piss Mary off. Not to mention, it'll piss Adrastia off if you donate to the PayPal. It'll also piss Trisha off too. And it'll also piss Shani off. If you can't afford to donate to my PayPal, you can like the stream, it's free. Or you can share it with your friends, that's also free. But if you want to see more of this shit, please hit subscribe and click the bell notification to know when I'm going to go streaming. My goal is to reach 500 subscribers, and I can't do it without your help. So, like I said, hit that like button, share this shit around, and subscribe to my channel to get more on the insanity that is Adrastia. But we're probably gonna put Mary Sunday Best on hiatus because it's kind of fucking with my mental health, and I want to limit my intake of Mary for just one video before I go into the other cows that have been discovered. Some cows that are left to pasture, some that are seasoned, like the newcomer Colt 45 caliber, which I will be debuting on the Zilla show this Wednesday.
How much blood does freedom cost?
All of it.
What do they want?
All of your blood, Mary. All of it. Well, it's what time is it? It's 11:42 p.m. here in the Lizard Pit, and I think we're gonna call it a night. Thank you for showing up, everyone. Thank you for coming into this show. Thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule to see me go completely insane for almost 2.5 hours. It really means a lot to me. Like I said, if you want to support my channel, all it takes is a simple subscribe. All it takes is for you to, hit that like button, share this shit around, subscribe to my channel. If you want to help my channel in other ways, you can also donate to my PayPal or my Cash App, or you can send a tip in my Streamlabs. Any amount will help keep the channel up and going. Thank you all for sticking around, and I hope to see you on Wednesday night when we take a look at Colt 45. DMs. Oh, no. And by the way, the Batman, you're never going to get my toy. Once again, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for showing up, and I honestly would like to thank Adonis Paul. I want to thank Moonbear. And I also want to thank Draven, as well as Platty and my other mods for all your support. It means a lot to me. And I guess that's it. Once again, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for showing up. And that being said, I am Rickzilla, and I